Cathie Wood, the former CEO of ARK Invest, is one of the most vocal institutional figures pushing a Bitcoin price target of $1.2 million. At her peak, she managed nearly $59 billion in assets, building a reputation for bold, forward-looking investment strategies. Her firm's focus on disruptive innovation, ranging from genomics to digital assets, gave her a unique platform to influence market sentiment. Even after ARK's assets under management declined, her voice in crypto remained strong. She and her team have consistently published Bitcoin price models, and the $1.2 million target is now part of a broader scenario-based forecast for the asset's long-term value. ARK's model for Bitcoin is not a single point prediction, but a range of possible outcomes. The $1.2 million figure represents the upper end of a bull case scenario. This projection is based on a combination of factors: growing institutional adoption, Bitcoin's potential as a macroeconomic reserve asset, and increasing on-chain utility. The firm's research suggests that for Bitcoin to reach this level, multiple adoption curves must align. That includes not just private sector demand, but also sovereign and corporate adoption. Wood's track record gives her predictions more weight than many speculative forecasts. She has been consistent in her belief that Bitcoin will play a central role in the global financial system. Her firm's public valuation framework outlines the assumptions. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Behind the price target, including macroeconomic shifts and structural changes in how institutions view digital assets. While the $1.2 million figure is ambitious, it is not arbitrary. It's built on a model that incorporates both market dynamics and macroeconomic trends. The broader context is that Bitcoin is moving into a new phase of adoption. Institutional interest has grown steadily, with ETFs and other financial products expanding access to the asset. This shift increases the likelihood that Bitcoin could evolve from a speculative play into a core reserve asset for corporations and governments. Wood's prediction is not just about price, it's about Bitcoin's role in a broader financial ecosystem. However, the path to $1.02 million is not guaranteed. The model depends on a convergence of factors, many of which are still in flux. For example, regulatory clarity, macroeconomic stability, and global demand for digital assets will all influence Bitcoin's trajectory. If any of these variables shift unexpectedly, the price target could become less likely. Even Wood acknowledges that forecasts evolve, and her team has made adjustments to their models as new data emerges. Still, the fact that an institutional figure with Wood's background is publicly advocating for such a high price target signals a shift in how Bitcoin is being viewed by mainstream finance. It's not just a speculative asset anymore, it's being considered for inclusion in diversified portfolios and macroeconomic strategies. The next key signal to watch is whether Bitcoin's institutional adoption accelerates. If more major financial firms begin to allocate significant portions of their portfolios to Bitcoin, or if governments start treating it as a reserve asset, the conditions for a price surge could begin to materialize. Until then, the $1.2 million target remains a scenario rather than a certainty. What makes this story significant is that it's not just about one person's prediction, it's about a broader trend. Cathie Wood's influence in the market, combined with her firm's transparent research process, gives her forecasts more credibility than many others. Her Bitcoin price target is part. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Of a growing narrative that sees digital assets as a cornerstone of the future financial system. Whether that future materializes or not will depend on how quickly and broadly Bitcoin is adopted in institutional and sovereign contexts. The uncertainty lies in the timing and the conditions required for Bitcoin to reach that level. While the model suggests a path, it's not a guaranteed one. The next signal to watch is how Bitcoin's institutional adoption evolves, particularly in the context of macroeconomic shifts and regulatory developments. If adoption continues to grow and Bitcoin's role as a reserve asset becomes more accepted, the conditions for a price surge could begin to take shape.